Ah, pretty nice place. Now where can I find tickets? Oh, right over there.
Whoa! Oh, hello. My name is Furman. How can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I wanted to know if I could get one ticket for the Yo Gabba Gabba Ultimate Guide, please.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
What a nice fellow.
Sir, can I please get one seat for the Yo Gabba Gabba Ultimate Guide?
Sure.
Okay, come on, guys.
Wow. There it is in all its glory.
Alright, I'm all cozy now in my seat. Can't wait for this movie to start.
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Ultimate Guide!
Along with making tons of apparel, Kid Robot made these art figures in an attempt to be replicas of the ones seen in the intro of Yo Gabba Gabba. Of course, starting with everyone's favorite bumpy Cyclops, here is MUNO. He is a soft vinyl figure who has posable arms. Here he is in the box. On the back you see him holding a spider. And on the bottom here you might notice this holographic sticker. These stickers are to authenticate the figures. So make sure when you're purchasing these that they all have the little sticker on the bottom. Here is the flower-loving Fufa, who is flocked. And she of course has her flower on her head. And here she is in the box. On the back she's seen holding a flower. And there's the holographic sticker. Here's Broby, who is totally cool and very furry. In my opinion, he doesn't look exactly like the one from in the show, but nonetheless, he is very cool. Broby also has a very cool gimmick where you can rotate his mouth so he can be smiling or frowning. Here's Broby in the box. You can see one side is smiling, and the other side he has a frown. Here he is on the back, and there's the important sticker. Here's TOODEE with her giant cat dragon tail. She is also flocked, similar to Fufa. I think TOODEE's actually my favorite one they made. Here she is in the box, which is huge due to her giant tail. On the back we see her on roller skates, and there is the sticker. Last but definitely not least is the rarest one in the set, which is Plex. Plex also has a very cool feature where if you open the little door in his stomach, it reveals gears. Here's our robot friend in the box. Here he is on the back. And of course, the sticker. When these were released in 2007, Kid Robot only charged $24.95 a piece. But nowadays, a complete set of these can sell on eBay for over $1,000. 3 years later, in 2010, Kid Robot released a Dunny figure of DJ Lance Rock. A Dunny is a Kid Robot vinyl figure with, bunny ears? This Lance figure originally came with a boombox too, along with his furry hat, but mine is missing. A company called Spin Master released these awesome Yo Gabba Gabba figures called Little Fun Friends. Each set includes a figure of a main character, along with 2 bonus characters. First up here is Fufa, who comes with the boombox and a purple bird. Here's Broby, who comes with a tree stump and a little blue bat. And here's Plex, who comes with the Storytime book and a bumblebee. But what about MUNO and TOODEE, you ask? Well, here's what's going on with those. They did indeed make figures of MUNO and TOODEE, but they are so rare that it's not even funny. Yes, more rare than the Kid Robot figures. I've only ever seen one MUNO for sale, and that sold for $250. Here is MUNO's set, who of course comes with MUNO, 3 Oski bugs, and Archibald the Worm. Archibald has to be one of my favorite Yo Gabba Gabba characters, so I really wish I could get this set.
Oh, I am so flattered.
Next up here is the cat dragon TOODEE, who comes with Spooky Toast, which is awesome, and the Super Music Friend player. Hopefully someday, though, I can track down these 2 beautiful pieces of Yo Gabba Gabba merchandise. Spin Master also made a 5-pack of Yo Gabba Gabba figures that includes MUNO, Fufa wielding a flower, Broby, TOODEE, and of course Plex. But also available were the Driving Friends sets, which had all the same figures, but they now came with cars, which you could hook together to create the train from the Season 1 episode, well, Train. But that's not all. They also made this amazing toy of the Plex Buggy, which of course comes with another Plex figure, but also the trash can, which is my favorite part of the set. And of course you can also see there is the car itself. These don't come up in the box too often, so I was very, very, very excited when I got this for Christmas last year. The last part of the Drivin' Friends set is the Viking ship. This toy is amazing. You can see it even has a little anchor on it, pictures of the characters on both sides of it, and the sail piece, which is missing 99.999% of the time. This set also includes figures of Viking Broby and Viking TOODEE. You might be thinking this toy is based off of the boat from the Season 2 episode, well, Boat, but you would be wrong. The toy actually came first. In this original piece of concept art done by the ever-so-talented Parker Jacobs, we see that the set was not only supposed to come with Viking MUNO and a narwhal, but the idea originated on November 29th of 2007, when the Boat episode did not come out until October 14th of 2009, almost 2 full years later. A company called Jazzwares released a line of action figures, including Plex, who comes with this little circuit board. Here's Broby, and he comes with a tree stump with a pink bird and plate of food attached. Here's my favorite one in the set, MUNO, who comes with a rock with Archibald's worm babies on it, Armand and Annie.
My worm babies! They're famous!
Touch. A very special person in my life who has since passed gifted these to me when I was 4 years old. That's one of the many reasons why I love these so much. In the past few years, I have completed my set by getting Fufa, who comes with a flower bed, flowers, and Mr. Mole, and TOODEE, who comes with an iceberg, Snappy the Snowman, and you can't really see it here, but there are also Oski bugs on that iceberg. Jazzwares later released a 4-pack of figures including Plex, Broby, MUNO, and an exclusive DJ Lance Rock, which over the years has become super rare because this set was not easy to come by, and this figure is really the best part of that set. Jazzwares also released what they called Dancy Dance figures of Broby and Plex, which would both dance when you press on their bellies. They also used to talk, but I mean, these are 10 years old, so of course those batteries are long gone. But they both display very nice in the packaging. Over the years, they've made many toys of DJ Lance's notorious boombox, starting with this one made by Jazzwares. It used to play music, but we took the batteries out. I got this toy when I was only 2 years old, so I of course broke the little snap on the back, so we decided to just put some Velcro on it. Once you open it up, you're greeted by Gabbaland. You get a rock for MUNO Land, a pair of flower beds for Fufa Land, a log for Broby Land, and of course an iceberg for TOODEE Land. Here's one of the coolest features. We also see Plex's closet. You get Fufa's slide, and even the clubhouse. Some versions of this set came with this little Broby figure, but some came with this amazing Broby Cake PVC figure. This is just awesome. I love when they make figures of some of the more obscure characters. When I got this set, I of course got the figure set too, with MUNO, Fufa, Broby, TOODEE, and Plex. This boombox was literally my favorite toy growing up. It's so cool, there's so many different awesome elements, and it was just so much fun to play with. Here we have the Welcome to Gabbaland boombox book, which nowadays is actually really rare. Once you open up the magnetic cover, you see the 5 main characters inside, plus Plex's closet. Over here in this little pocket, there are these cardboard standees that you can use, and then open it up to find a book inside explaining all the characters, but no, wait, that's not all. It goes into further detail about all the characters, except for Plex. I don't know why they didn't put Plex there, but it's still pretty cool. And then you unfold it, wait for it, you get an amazing Gabba Land playset that you can use those little cardboard standees with. You can also use your figures with this set. I think for a book, this is maybe the best idea. Yo Gabba Gabba also had a set of these keychains which were sold separately on blister cards. But I also have this ridiculously awesome pre-production item, which is, of course, a boombox. And when you open it up, this is just so cool. You will find the complete set of the keychain figures, and they look just like they did in the show placed in his boombox. This is amazing and very rare. A company called PPW made these 3 Yo Gabba Gabba Rotocast figures. The first one here is Fufa. They rotating head and posable arms. Really like this one, it's very unique. Here is MUNO, who has a rotating waist and arms. And this one is often mistaken for the Kid Robot one since they look so similar, but here's the difference, so make sure if you buy this one, you know it's the Rotocast one and not the Kid Robot. Here's maybe the rarest of the set, Little Broby, who also has rotating arms and a twist at the waist. I really like this version of Broby. I actually like all of these a lot, they're really cool. Now, let's talk about plushies. I can't say I'm a huge plushie collector, but there sure are a lot of Yo Gabba Gabba plushie items out there. The famous company TOODEE made these Yo Gabba Gabba Beanie Babies. I have the entire set except for MUNO and Fufa. Back in 2015, you could find these Yo Gabba Gabba backpack keychains at Party City. I have the complete set on my Gabba shelf, plus an extra MUNO and Fufa. I got 2 balls, and this cool nighttime Broby plushie that lights up and sings. But today we're really going to be looking at these designer plushies, starting with MUNO, who is still sealed in his wrapper. There's his tag. This one has a really cool vinyl feel to it. Next up here, she's also factory sealed. This is Fufa, and here is her tag on the back. And this one is more fuzzy than vinyl-y, so that's pretty cool. I do not have this one factory sealed, but here is Broby. He's kind of fuzzy, he's not really furry like the Kid Robot one, that would have been cool, but he's still pretty cool. He has the vinyl horns and mouth, but mine are pretty worn down. But I do like Broby. He's a nice size, and I like all of these a lot. Next up here, we have TOODEE, which is really one of the harder ones to find. She's kind of fuzzy like Fufa, and she has this giant tail, which I really like. So there's TOODEE. Here's Plex, who is super cool. He has a vinyl feel similar to MUNO, but this one just looks really cool and feels really cool. So right now you're probably thinking, yeah, that's the whole set. They just made the main 5 like every other toy company. Nope, you're wrong. They actually made 3 more, so let's check those out. Here is the amazing DJ Lance designer plushie. This is super cool. I've had this for such a long time. There's his belt, and it, of course, says rock like it does in the show. He's got his orange suit on. That's just amazing. I've actually got a bit of a story for this next one. I stumbled upon this image one day while doing some Gabba research, and it had the entire set of the designer plushies, plus this boombox plushie, and I thought, is that a designer plushie, or did they just throw it in there? So, I did some heavy research. I then found this picture and I took a close look at the tag, only to realize that this indeed was a designer plushie. And for a long while, that was the end of the story. I could not find any for sale. Until about a month ago. I found someone who had posted this on Mercari, and I'm sure you can probably guess what I did. Yep, I ordered it. So here we have the Boombox designer plushie, and this one is super cool. It's got that metallic silver look. My favorite part is on the back. It has the Yo Gabba Gabba logo. There's the handle. It has the speakers on the front and the buttons. It looks really cool. And I'm sure a few of you Gabba fans out there know where this next one is going. And yep, it's Gooble. For those unaware, Gooble is the sad crying ghost that always shows up in Gabbaland. He's a bit more of an obscure character, so he didn't get as much merchandise. This plushie is extremely rare as it was limited to 500 pieces, but this one is factory sealed in the plastic with the tag. They made two versions of Gooble. One had a teardrop and one did not. I have the one without the teardrop. Both are awesome and super rare nowadays. And did I forget to mention something? Oh yes, this is exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con. Speaking of San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, a really cool company called Toddland made an exclusive set of these Yo Gabba Gabba wallets. And check out this awesome boombox looking packaging. It's really cool. It's held in by Velcro. And you can see this one here is of the full cast. And here is the wallet itself. And I really like what they did with the front and the back. I like what you did there, Toddland. Still has the little piece of paper inside, and overall, it's pretty much just the coolest wallet I've ever seen. In 2012, Yo Gabba Gabba did a series of button sets that were exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con. As you can see here, these were limited to 250 pieces each, and only one set was available for each day of the con, so it would take you 5 days of getting tickets to San Diego Comic-Con to complete this set. So yes, it is extremely rare to have a full set of these. Starting with the I'm a Nerd set, this one features Fufa as Sailor Moon, Plex as Adelic from Doctor Who, the iconic San Diego Comic-Con logo with DJ Lance, TOODEE as Sonic the Hedgehog, and the other two, I'm not completely sure what they're supposed to be. This one has MUNO with a gold crown and trophy. And this one here has Broby, who looks like he broke something and now he's blaming TOODEE for it, really throwing her under the bus there. And we see the silhouette of possibly MUNO, but I see a mustache there, so this might actually be MUNO's father, Bruno. Next here is the DJ Lance Rock set, starting, of course, with the classic DJ Lance Rock button. Here's Lance saying his catchphrase, Cowboy DJ Lance, based off of the Gooble episode. Here's one of his belt, this very stylized looking one. And of course the Yo Gabba Gabba logo. As a huge Star Wars fan, I really like this one. This is the Sci-Fi Saga set with Broby as an Ewok, TOODEE as a Twi'lek, Plex as R2-D2, MUNO as a Wookiee, Fufa as Princess Leia, and the Yo Gabba Gabba logo. Here's my personal favorite, the Human Friends set, featuring the famous host of the Super Music Friends show, the Swami, the late great Biz Markie, artist and lead singer of Devo, Mark Mothersbaugh, guest star Leslie Hall, host of the show DJ Lance Rock, and of course the Yo Gabba Gabba logo. And the fifth and final set is truly amazing. They call it the Scratchy Sniff set. They're based off of the old Scratch and Sniff stickers. They don't actually smell, but these are really cool. Here is Fufa saying so sweet, the Yo Gabba Gabba logo, and if you grew up in the 70s, you probably recognize this. Here is Broby saying party party, MUNO saying his catchphrase razzle dazzle, Plex saying electric, and TOODEE saying awesome. My dad and I both really like the old scratch and sniff stickers, so this set is really cool. Yo Gabba Gabba also collaborated with a company called Yesterdays to make this pin set, and as you can see on the back, this only came out in 2023, so it's one of the fairly new items. But as you can see here, you get all 5 glittery characters: MUNO, Fufa, Broby, TOODEE, and Plex. Jazzwares released this set of race cars, starting with MUNO and his Bugmobile. There's his little blue spider on it with the purple wheels. Here is Broby and his orange number 4 car, which I think is supposed to be a play on how he turned 4 years old in the birthday episode, but Broby's pretty cool. Here is Plex and his train from the Dreams episode. I really like this one. Here is Fufa and her little flower car. I really like this one. The little yellow and white flowers on the side of the wheels. It just looks really nice overall. And lastly, here's my favorite one in the set, which is TOODEE in her ice cream truck. You can see it has the little speaker there, a purple ice cream cone on the side. This is just such a clever idea, and I really, really like how it looks, and I love having the complete set of the race cars. Of course, they made a bunch of Yo Gabba Gabba DVDs, but I don't really collect those because you can watch the episodes on YouTube anyway, but there was one DVD that I had to get. And that's the one they made for the Yo Gabba Gabba pilot, aka show number 1, which came out in 2006. And the footage was rare for a long time, but then was found and put on YouTube. This DVD just keeps getting harder and harder to get. There were only 200 made, so I was very happy to add this to my collection. Here's something pretty random. It's a sealed box of Yo Gabba Gabba Valentine's Day cards from 2009. You get 32 Valentines in the box, and I don't know why, but I just really like the random stuff. You can see on the back all the different designs. It's just really cool to have sealed, never touched. Small Fries Games is an Australian company that makes card games for toddlers. And the art on these card games are done by none other than Parker Jacobs, the artist of Yo Gabba Gabba. In 2023, Small Fries Games made this Knock Knock Yo Gabba Gabba card game set. Mine is still sealed, and you'd be surprised with some of the extremely obscure characters that are on these cards. Of course, you have MUNO, Fufa, Broby, TOODEE, and Plex, but there are also cards of supporting characters like Gooble, Spooky Toast, the Yo Dazzlers, the Aquabats, MUNO's sister Chibo, TOODEE's brother Keedy, Fufa's brother Foofle, Plex's niece Plexi. There's even one of Baby Broby. We also get cards of both Butterfly Sasquatches, Barbara and her daughter Mona. Here is the Yo Gabba Gabba Bath Squirter set. This is really cool and has become really rare to find still in the packaging. You get MUNO, Broby, Fufa, TOODEE, and Plex. And up here, DJ Lance is saying, squeeze 'em, fill 'em, squirt 'em, which is a very odd thing to be telling 3-year-olds. But anyway, and these are just really cool. They're getting harder and harder to come by, like every sealed Yo Gabba Gabba item is. Here's something you don't see every day. This is the 3D Deluxe Yo Gabba Gabba playset, aka Color Form. So you get this 3D playset with cardboard standees of MUNO, Fufa, Broby, TOODEE, and Plex, and color forms of some of the other characters like Archibald, Mr. Mole, etc. Color forms have been a very iconic toy for the longest time, so when they made a Yo Gabba Gabba color form set, I was jumping all over it, and this one is still factory sealed. Here is DJ Lance's Magic Dance Hat, which, yeah, as you can see, it used to play music, but I turned it off when this thing started randomly playing music at 1 in the morning, and scared the living out of me. But other than the fact that it comes to life, this is a pretty cool toy. You can see all sorts of little kids demonstrating it on the back of the box. And I got this for a pretty good price on Poshmark, so I'm happy to have it. Yo Gabba Gabba definitely had its fair share of fast food kids meal toys, like how in 2010 Taco Bell made these little Yo Gabba Gabba board books, only to have the idea copied by Wendy's in 2013. But today we're going to be talking about the Jack in the Box Yo Gabba Gabba finger puppet series that came out in 2009. As you can see here, I have almost a complete set of the finger puppets sealed, including MUNO, Fufa, Broby, and Plex. But what about TOODEE, you might ask? Well, she is extremely rare, and for some reason she just never comes up for sale, and I do not have a sealed version of her, but I found this little lot on eBay about a year ago. The lot included loose finger puppets of Fufa, Plex, and yes, TOODEE. And though I have managed to acquire the complete set of finger puppets, that is not the complete set of Jack in the Box toys. For children under the age of 3, they made this Yo Gabba Gabba squeezy ball, aka a hacky sack. It's more like a hacky sack. But in order to get this, you would have to tell the Jack in the Box employee that you had a child under 3. So these are super, super, super rare. And if one ever comes up for sale, you bet I will press that order now button. But as of now, it's just very, very rare. Many are aware that when the final episode of Yo Gabba Gabba aired, titled Quest, lots of Yo Gabba Gabba merchandise came to an end. The Yo Gabba Gabba online store actually shut its doors for a few years. But when the Yo Gabba Gabba reboot Yo Gabba Gabba Land started to be rumored, the Yo Gabba Gabba website came back strong and collaborated with a handful of artists. Here is an awesome Yo Gabba Gabba greeting card I got from YoGabbaGabba.com. Here are some Yo Gabba Gabba Halloween stickers like this MUNO dressed up as Gooble, Fufa as a jack-o'-lantern, Broby holding a bat, TOODEE as a hockey player, and the Spooky House. I also have a few iron-on patches like MUNO as Gooble, here's just a regular Gooble, and the Spooky House. There is also a series of pins for the Halloween series. I have MUNO as Gooble and the Spooky House. I really do like the Spooky House. Also from YoGabbaGabba.com is this awesome, very retro-styled pennant I have hanging on my wall. Here's a really cool Plex flashlight figure.
I have a flashlight in my head. Don't be scared of the dark. Don't be scared of the dark. You don't have to be afraid.
Here's a big one. This is the Yo Gabba Gabba Christmas inflatable that is 6 feet tall. Due to the rarity of this particular item, we do not put it outside for Christmas time, but when we blew it up that first time indoors, I was really happy to see it. It's really cool, it's huge, and it's probably the coolest Christmas inflatable I've ever seen. Jazzwares also made these cool little figures. I call them the Favorite Things series. Here's MUNO with his skateboard gear, and he came with Plex holding his keytar. They made another set too with Trick or Treat Pirate Broby and Fufa as a chef with a little strawberry cake. Here are a few boat characters like this Broby, and it also has the number 4 on the side like that race car did. And they also made Plex, which is pretty rare, and I have him in the box, although it's not in great condition. You can see Broby on the back of the Plex box. These are really cool. Here's a cool Yo Gabba Gabba microphone that used to light up and sing, but those batteries have been taken out. Same thing goes for the MUNO guitar. I love this thing. You can see it has MUNO from Yo Gabba Gabba written on it. It has buttons of the main 5 characters. You could also move his arm around, and here's the strange part. You can move his eye around. This is totally random. These are the Yo Gabba Gabba magic washcloths. Here we see Broby. They also made TOODEE. What you do with these is you take them out of the package, put them in water, and they would go from bricks to washcloths. Here's a sealed Yo Gabba Gabba fork and spoon set. On the back you can see they did other mealtime products, but those are pretty rare. Here's the Yo Gabba Gabba nesting doll set, starting with MUNO. Then inside of him is Fufa, who is sadly missing her lower half. I don't know what happened to that. Then inside of her is Plex, and inside of Plex is TOODEE. Then inside of TOODEE is Broby, who is the smallest one. There's nothing inside of him. Here I have this awesome 2006 Yo Gabba Gabba pilot tote bag with a bunch of Yo Gabba Gabba books inside, along with this really cool Yo Gabba Gabba comic book comic book. When you open it up, the first page is this absolutely beautiful art by Parker Jacobs. I love how it has all the characters. There's a bunch of different comic books by a bunch of different artists in here. Many people think that Broby is the only character in the show that has no relatives, but this book is here to prove you wrong, as we see Broby's grandpa in it. Google says, "This book made me cry." Back in 2016, my grandparents gifted me this Yo Gabba Gabba bath time set, and these are just these little foam pieces that you can pop out. On this first piece here, you see MUNO, a bumblebee, TOODEE, DJ Lance, Balloony, a banana, an apple, some cut-up apples, a ball, a bat, Fufa, Broby, and Plex. On the second piece, you see Baby MUNO, Baby Fufa, Baby Broby, Baby TOODEE, a log, a rock, a flower, an iceberg, another rock, a flower bed, a little stack of flowers, you can barely see the sun, Plex with his guitar, and Google, who is, of course, my favorite. I also have these Yo Gabba Gabba tattoos and stickers I got at Party City way back when. Many know that Yo Gabba Gabba teamed up with Vans to make a shoe collection. And I have a really cool pair right here. You can see it's black and it's got the designs of the characters. It says Yo Gabba Gabba on the inside of the shoe and also on the side. These are super clean. They're in my size, which is kind of hard to come by, but they're awesome. I love these. Now, here's something pretty special to me. It's very nostalgic. These are the Yo Gabba Gabba removable wall decorations. So these are stickers that you can put on your wall and they won't hurt the paint. But I had about 5 sets of these growing up. That is because I kept taking them off the wall and putting them back on so they would tear and bend and get all ruined. So I went through lots of packs. And over the years, they've been so hard to find, but I found a sealed set on eBay. On the back here, you can see all the ones it comes with. Very nostalgic. It's not much, but it's something that brings back lots of memories from my childhood. I do want to note real quick, there are a few more Yo Gabba Gabba items I have, but they're packed away somewhere beyond my reach, like these 3 Yo Gabba Gabba plushies. I got MUNO, Fufa, and Broby. These are huge, they're like 13 inches tall. I also have this Broby backpack, and a few of the Yo Gabba Gabba trading cards. I also can't seem to find my old pair of Yo Gabba Gabba Crocs. Before we get going here, I want to show you guys a few items that I do not have in my collection yet. Including the stress balls, MUNO and TOODEE Little Fun Friends, of course, Dance Party DJ Game, Plex Guitar, Plex Clean It Up Memory Game, Party in My Tummy Lunchbox, Medicine Time Flavor Spray, flavored Dazzleberry Lemonade, Yo Gabba Gabba Recorder, the Funko Pop series, the Broby speaker, all of the pool equipment, the percussion pack, and the mealtime set. Well, that's just about all I have for you guys today. I really enjoyed making this video. Yo Gabba Gabba holds such a special place in my heart. It's such a great show for toddlers and adults who feel like tripping out. It's so creative, unique, has awesome designs, and it's just really a great show. This is You're All Crazy, We Collect Cool Stuff, signing out. See you next time, guys.
Well, that might just be the best movie I've ever seen. And I'll definitely make sure I subscribe to You're All Crazy, We Collect Cool Stuff. My worm babies, too.
Yeah!
Oh, that video is so awesome!